So, you know, when you don't really want to get involved, but you recognise that this is a case that is drawing attention, and you kind of you get involved, and I've got an addictive personality, so I see something and I start looking at it and I can't let it go. And I've spent a load of time looking into this Summer Wells case, and through looking at it and looking at all of the stuff that's out there, and the false information, the good information, the stuff we know happened, the stuff we kind of don't know whether it's true, there are some questions that I feel do need to be answered. And they are questions that have also been raised by other people as well. So I'm not just the only one who feels this. But look, I've got people in my family who are police. My brother, he was a police officer until he left, and it's always been said that, look, when you're investigating something, you don't look at the entire case because it's just too much. It's like, you know what it's like. If you take on a challenge and you try and take it on as one massive great thing, then you're going to be overwhelmed by it. So the way that you do it is to pick each individual thing, you focus on that, and you exhaust everything about it. And this situation regarding Summer at the fishing hole, I do not feel that this has been completely exhausted to the satisfaction to make sure that nothing happened there. Now, I don't know what any of you guys think. If you feel that this has been done to death and there certainly wasn't anything that happened, please let me know. But from what I can see, what I can find anywhere, this doesn't seem to be the case. So question one is regarding Hunter and this situation with Ali and the drop-off. So this situation where Ali says that she comes out to the car, Summer always wakes up, and we know that she didn't because of this accidental video stroke photograph that was taken and time-stamped, so we know when it was taken. What happened there? That situation, did it happen? Was Summer in the car? Was Hunter dropped off after the shopping trip? What happened there? Because there seems to be so many questions and grey areas around that, and there seems to be some situation where Ali could potentially be lying to cover up. I don't know, but all I do know is that this singular fact is it hasn't been answered. It hasn't been answered as to what actually happened with that. And was Ali lying? Was she not? Was Hunter? Where was he? Because in that picture, it just appears that Summer is in the car. She is precariously propped up in the car against a load of bottles, and there's various other things strewn about in the car. But I don't think that that's been looked into fully. So the next one is, why did they pick that location? That Warrior Park, there is a swimming pool, I find, not so far from there, which would have been a much safer and hygienic option to take a child of Summer's age. You know, Summer wasn't a swimmer. She wasn't afraid of water, and we know if you pair the nature of a child who's not really scared but is inexperienced in the water, that can lead to devastating consequences. And we have seen it in the past. Not anybody's fault, but it is just what happens. But when you consider that you've got a dangerous option and a safe option, it confuses me as to why you would pick the dangerous option. Is there a reason why that was picked? Now, I'm not going to speculate, but that question does need to be asked. Why there? So the next one is, there seems to be some disparity on what is being said about this incident that happened at the waterhole. Now, it would appear from, again, what I can see, is that there was an incident where Summer had become submerged under the water. Now, this later on, Candace had refuted this. She had said, no, there was a situation where Hunter, he was acting up, he was splashing Summer, Summer became distressed, and Candace had to step in and say, look, stop acting like a prick, stop splash and she doesn't like it. But Hunter had already previously stated that Summer had been submerged under the water, and he had even gone on to as far as to say that he had removed his clothing, his top, to go in and get her. But he wasn't sure how long she had been submerged under the water. So was there an incident? Wasn't there an incident? Because you can't say something happened and then later on someone else say no, it didn't happen, because if you have two stories, then you can almost certainly say that out of them two stories, there could be certain truths in amongst it. But that, again, hasn't been exhausted fully. The next question is the twisted tea. I believe that there was a twisted tea brought at that location, and the issue is, who was it brought for? It does seem that Grandis knows who it was brought for, and it would appear that it could have potentially been purchased for Hunter. I believe Hunter himself has said it was purchased for him, but this is a minor and this is an alcoholic beverage. There has been speculation to say whether it was bought to give him Dutch courage, so to speak, but again, that is speculation. But why would there be kind of arguments and confusion around that? Who was the drink bought for? Who bought it? Why did they buy it? And I still feel that it's sometimes in these cases, these little things that you feel don't matter and are insignificant, that are actually the most significant thing that needs to be focused on and asked of. And the final question is, look, in this photo of Summer propped up in the back, we must admit that even the most untrained eye would say that Summer is sitting quite precariously in the car. It's quite an unusual posture for a child. I know you could say, look, she's been swimming, she's had a busy day, she's had a busy hour, and something might have happened there as well, which has took it out of her, and she's kind of collapsed and fell into these bottles. So there is an argument for it. But there is a photograph, and if you zoom in on this photograph, now when you look at Summer's nail beds, they are blue. Now, if you look at any other picture, and I have gone through, now, for those of you who know, there are a lot of pictures of Summer everywhere, and I can't find any other pictures that have this same blueness around them. Now, this blueness around the nail bed would show a lack of blood circulating to the outer extremities, and that would say that there is a circulation issue. So, did something happen? Was she submerged? Had she gone to sleep and there'd been an issue? Was that photograph taken and the video taken in order to forward to Dom, perhaps, to obtain assistance, help in understanding what the best route to take would be with what they're seeing? It's hard to say. It is hard to say, and again, a lot of this is information that I can find. But certainly these questions are things that do raise indeed that questions. And I feel that this stage in an investigation, there shouldn't be anything that has any question marks over it. This is how you do policing. This is how you do proper investigations. You look at something, you exhaust it, you answer every question, every possibility, so there is indeed an answer. And at the moment, we're several months in, and there are a lot of things that are focused on the actual day and the actual hours leading up to when she disappeared that are still left out there, and they're still not really got a valid and viable answer to them. Let me know what you think, but I thought I had to jump on. I do apologise. I wasn't going to jump on this bandwagon, but I've just spent the last 6 hours looking at this, and I do have to say, something is amiss. Something hasn't been done. Something hasn't been answered. I'll see you all in the next one.